Nabas crossing. This is the end of Nabas, and if you go straight down that road right there, you go to Antique. We're going to Antique. No, we're not. We're not going to Antique. And then if you follow this road where this truck is gonna go, it curves around. Is he gonna curve around? Yeah, he's gonna curve around. You're going to Calibu. So you have a choice. It's kind of like that movie Castaway. When the guy at the end of the road movie, Tom Hanks, he had the decision to go this way or that way or this way. So you go to Antique or you go to Calibu here. This is the famous Nabas crossing. Welcome back. We're here in the town of Nabas in Aklan. We're gonna go ahead and check out the area of Nabas. We're at the 7-Eleven right now. We're gonna have a ham and cheese sandwich and a drink. So we're gonna hang out here in the town of Nabas. We're in the town of Nabas, and it's kind of a little, they call it a fourth-rate town, whatever that means. And there's 46,000 people, 36,000 people that live in the whole area of Nabas. It goes quite far. We're gonna go check it out. And it was established in like in the 1800s. It's facing the Sabooyan Sea, and primarily they did fishing and hunting here. There's mountains over here. There's a main road right behind me that goes all the way. That's the National Highway. And there's mountains just behind me here, and they did a lot of pig hunting and deer hunting. I didn't know they had deer here. Behind me is the famous Steve's Wildlife Sanctuary, but it's out of business. Everything's gone. Steve went back to America or something. We're here in Nabas, and there's a beautiful horse, and we have the horse trainer here. What's your name?
Michael.
Michael. So we have Michael here with a horse, and we're just hanging out here on the side of the road with Michael's horse. So what do you do with your horse, Michael? You just drive around? You just cruise around. Very beautiful horse. Very nice horse Michael has here. Nabas has horses also. It's cool. So we're hanging out here in Nabas with Michael's horse right here. Woo! Behind me is the Andres Resort, and it's actually one of the only resorts here in Nabas. It's called the Andres Resort, and they have a pool. It's really beautiful. I've been there one time taking pictures. Maybe I'd go back there. But that's Andres Resort in Nabas. This here is the Nabas sign, the big N, and that means you're in Nabas. The high temperatures are around 90 degrees ever, and then the low is 77. So if you're in Nabas, the coldest it's gonna be is 77 degrees. One of the things that Nabas is known for is the stop sign right here. You have the only American stop sign ever in Nabas. So when you see the stop sign, you know you're in Nabas. We're in the beautiful area of Nabas. There's lots of mountains, lush greenery everywhere. It's really gorgeous. This was the area that I did the blog a couple weeks ago. I was in the jungle and the mountains with the rivers and stuff. This was the area called La Serna, Nabas. Behind me is the Nabas River. It goes all the way to the ocean from the mountains. There's lots of mountains. We were just there in Nabas. And then the National Highway behind me. And the water flows all the way out to the ocean. Sometimes when I pass by here, I see people doing wash. There's children way down there playing. I don't know if you can see it. But this is the place where people do their wash. And then they hang the clothes there. They lay them on the rock. We're at the beach in Nabas. And they have sand here. They have sand. And they have rocks too, but they have sand. If you go this way, you go to Calibu. And there's the ocean, the Sabooyan Sea. And then if you go this way, there's Tablas is over there, Caribou Island, Baraka Island's over there. And you go all the way down here to Cataclan. So this is the beach in Nabas. I have never been to this beach, but it's not that bad. Nabas has a lot of these barangays. We're in barangay Gibbon. There is a snake. It's a poison snake from Africa or something. It's called the gibbon viper. and it's one of the most poisonous snakes in the world. But we're in Gabon and Nabas. We're not in Africa. And we're gonna go ahead and read all the barangays in Nabas. They have Alamo, bye-bye, baby, Boina, Fontana, Fonta, Gabon. We're in Gabon right now. We're in Habana, Cabana, Cabana, Cuba. No, not Cuba. La Serna, Libertad, that's not the Libertad in Antique. And Manganese, Magana, Nagan, Panya, Publican, Rizal, Cerdo, Tangolo, Tolito, 2 more Undes, and Onion. Those are all the barangays. I hope I said them right. In Nabas. The mountains behind me is where they have the Nabas windmills that provide a lot of the solar green power for the island all over the area here. This is the area where they have all the windmills. There's lots of windmills all over. We're here at the Bandiola funeral home, and they're making the headstones, you know, out of the marble. He's hammering the headstones. So let's check it out. What's happening here at Bandiola? Oh, very nice. So they chisel with a hammer and a little chisel thing. They chisel and engrave the names. Here's some different headstones here. I guess the people, they stayed living, so they didn't need them no more. But I hope I don't have to come here with my name on there anytime soon. Behind me is a funeral procession in Nabas. They do a big, sort of like a walking parade to the cemetery here in Nabas. And behind me, they have the funeral. The casket is actually on the thing back there, and they have all the people, and it's a big thing, and they go ahead and they take off to the cemetery. But this is the funeral here in Nabas. Coming up right behind me. You didn't know you were gonna go to a funeral today, did you? Well, here we go. We're just outside of Libertad, and there's this truck over here that crashed a couple years ago. I think the guy died, but don't tell nobody. And the truck's been sitting there off the side of the road for a few years. So I don't know what's happening. Maybe the guy's still inside. We gotta get him out. Maybe he's still alive. We're on the mountains here near Libertad and coming out of Habana. They have this mountain range. It's really beautiful. It's slight sprinkles right now, which I don't really like. It's really nice though. It's just a winding road, beautiful in the mountains. There's all mountains above me. It's just gorgeous. Some of the areas landslide, and you know, it's caused some trouble, you know, the dirt falling on the ground. But there's not a lot of people here in Nabas, so we can't really talk to too many people. But we're here in this beautiful area. It's really gorgeous in the mountains of Nabas. We're in the barangay of Habana. Habana reminds me of Cuba, Havana, Cuba. But it's Habana, and a friend of mine wanted me to buy a house up in these mountains here in Habana a while ago. And I decided not to. It was actually really cheap, but I said, nah. But we're in Habana. It's a little town off of the highway. There's an ocean right over here. They do a little fishing. And the highway is pretty much the whole town. It's You blink and you go through Habana. Thank you so much for joining us today on the blog on Nabas, hanging out. There's not a lot of people here, but we're having fun anyways, right? You're having fun here in Nabas. Thank you so much, and we're gonna see you next time.